This is Rob Pilder from HomeGard Home Warranty, and I'm here to share a little tip with you under 2 minutes. A lot of homeowners, when they look at the seller's policies or home warranty prices for the buyer, they look at the price. But remember, it's not just about price. There's other factors that go into there. I want you to take a look at the terms and conditions and see what the total aggregates are. That means the total payout of what the home warranty is willing to pay on, say, a hot water tank category. They should be listed there. We've seen hot water tank aggregates go as low as $500 for a home warranty. Ours is $1,500. We're 3 times that. We've seen refrigerant prices for the AC. They're willing to pay either nothing or $10 or $20 a pound for refrigerant. We don't have a cap on the refrigerant costs. There's also important things such as the deductibles. How much is the deductible? Typically, we see ranges anywhere from $100 to $200 per occurrence per claim. That's a lot of money to shell out after you've already paid for the policy and you're forced to place a claim. Another thing is the policy premium amount. So if you have a $400 price tag on there, what are you getting for the $400? When I did a competitive research and a competitive analysis of other warranties, I found that a $400 price tag for a home warranty is very attractive to some sellers. They don't want to spend a lot, but they want to attract the buyers and have that extra added layer of protection. Unfortunately, if you look at the back, the $400 doesn't cover the kitchen refrigerator, the washer, the dryer, the garage door opener. It doesn't cover things, and it's a la carte and very confusing, not just for the seller, but also for the buyer. I wanted to eliminate that at HomeGard and make it easy to understand our policies. So our HomeGard Core at $629 per year, and that's for the buyer or the seller, covers all the basics: the kitchen appliances, the electric, the plumbing, the washer, the dryer. Do you know how many homes do you know that don't have a kitchen refrigerator? We've got that too. We have made it all inclusive so that way it's easy to understand and very comprehensive. But some agents asked me, real estate agents asked me, and they said, well, we want a $400 price plan so that it's very affordable. So I did a $429 plan called HomeGard Lite, and I made it exactly the same as HomeGard Core. So that way it's easy for everybody to understand. I just took off the HVAC. The HVAC is our biggest expense anyway, and it's easy to understand. The HomeGard Lite also does have a higher deductible. It has a $100 deductible, which is the industry standard at the lowest industry standard. And we kept the same aggregates as the HomeGard Core. Lastly, we have the HomeGard Prime. It's $829, and it has the lowest deductibles in the entire industry at $50 per claim. And the HomeGard Prime, which is our premium plan, is what I call the what if plan. It's got a whole nother level of approvals that I can do, including choosing your own contractor, drywall repair, ice makers, and the biggest thing of all is, again, it covers a massive amount of things that most other policies don't cover, and that's our Prime policy. All of them are for 1 year. All of them have a seller's policy, and if you're unfamiliar with what a seller's policy is, see one of my other videos, but I'll share it with you real quick. It covers the seller during the listing period, and the seller pays for it at the time of close, up to 6 months. So, then the buyer gets 1 year after the close. The seller has up to 6 months. So sometimes people say, well, what happens after the 6 months? You can renew it if there's no claims, if it's still listed, and if it's not listed anymore, you just take it down and you don't have to pay for it. So let me share with you that again, in case you don't know about seller's policies. If there's a seller's policy and the listing does not close and it comes off the market, if it gets written out of the deal, and if there are no claims on the seller policy and it wants to be taken down, it's no harm, no foul. That means no cost for the warranty and had coverage that entire time. Now, if you did use the policy and it gets written out or taken down, then the seller only has to pay whichever's less, the repair cost of the claim or the policy itself.